Hey, it's Tony Tattoo coming at you from the wonderful Kildares Pub in the deep southwest of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Election day is 2 days away. All right, I got a few things for you. Which party will be in power on Monday, we wonder? I can tell you from an Alberta standpoint, or from my own personal standpoint, I can tell you who's not going to be in power.
Green Party.
So let's look at the platforms. All right, let's do that. Liberals, you don't have one. NDP doesn't have one. Greens, no platform.
All right,
Wait till I finish my point here. Bloc Québécois has one. People's Party, probably. The only party that has released any type of a platform is the Conservatives, and the only thing that Justin Trudeau can bring to the table is barking and crying and yelling about climate change. That's it. That's the only thing that they got working on.
I'm blaming Harper.
Is blowing my, yeah, or blaming Harper, yeah. Harper's been gone. Yeah, you've had 4 years, dude. 4 years to get your collective shit together, and all you've done is embarrass Canada on the world platform, put us way in debt where we don't need to be, and well, you did some good Bollywood dancing, Dave. There you go. There's your end. And ding 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 ding. That was entertaining. So the only thing that Trudeau can bring to the table is climate change. What kind of Earth are we going to leave for our kids? I got a better question. What kind of kids are we leaving for the planet? Now, I believe climate change is real. It is, because climate change happens on a cyclical basis. It goes every 10 years. El Nino, El Niña. All right, so warms, it cools. There's nothing man-made about it. And if you want to blame somebody, then why pick on your own people in your own country and tax us to death because you feel guilty about, or you signed some stupid thing in Paris, the Paris Climate Change Accord, because swear it's the biggest hoax going. It is. Clean up the oceans. That I can subscribe to. All right. Plant some trees. I can subscribe to that. So the Conservatives platform, they're going to cut taxes. They're going to cut the GST on our fuel for furnaces and stuff like that. They're going to drop the GST on that. Put more money in our pockets. I don't know who can not subscribe to that. Build an energy corridor throughout Canada so that we can actually get our product to Tidewaters on both sides. Everybody wins. And also a little deal with Quebec and getting their hydroelectric energy to other places. It's a win-win.
Yes.
What is wrong with win-win? You know, like it's a Trudeau government has done nothing but divide Canada, and especially send Albertans out in the deep dark wherever. They don't really give a shit about Albertans. As an Albertan, I do. I know which way I'm going to vote. And I'll tell you something else is that those 100,000 oil workers or oil patch workers that lost their jobs, I'll guarantee you that way over 50% came from Quebec and Newfoundland. I know for a fact because I was working in camps at the time. All right, so it's a win-win for everybody. All right, so I'm going to give it to the dais. Dan the man.
What's up?
What do you think?
It's going to be a minority government no matter what. I mean, you look at all the polls, they're showing 33% for the Conservatives, they're showing 33% for the Liberals, and then the NDP and the People's Party of Canada and Bloc Québécois, Green, anything, they can fight for the rest of the scraps. So I don't think it really matters. Nothing's going to get done for the next 4 years. If it's a Conservative minority government or if it's a Liberal minority government, nothing's really going to get done. What we should be focusing on is a strong NDP. Historically, anytime the NDP has a strong federal government push with Jack Layton, the Conservatives can get in because they split the left vote. So we should actually be pushing for Jagmeet Singh, and we should be actually trying to help him because that's the only way you can split the left vote and the Conservatives can sneak in.
Yeah. I think that might happen too, like it did with Jack Layton.
Mm-hmm. But I really do have only one word for pollsters or people who look at polls. Trump. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, but that's the USA.
It don't matter.
That was popular vote that doesn't take into the electoral college.
Well, bottom line is that people will say one thing and do another when it comes to voting.
And I loved Andrew Scheer this morning in Toronto. I thought he was very clear about how he would use our natural resources, our oil and gas, and also bring in the hydro. I thought that was a brilliant speech this morning, and it just completely. I was already voting Conservative, but it absolutely 100%.
Stephanie, what's your take?
Well, we absolutely don't need a comedian in power anymore, who just loves to party. We definitely need somebody that is going to advocate for their citizens. The only person I can think of that does that is more conservative than anybody else. I mean, Trudeau already knows that he's on the losing streak because he's making coalitions already with the NDP, just to keep himself in power. So he knows already he's on the losing end of things.
Right.
So, but yes, definitely, because I'm an Albertan, Albertas love conservative because they give a shit. They give a shit about not just Alberta, they care about the whole country and our own resources and making Canada self-sufficient. That's what we need.
Well, absolutely, and I like your point. Your point is also fiscal responsibility. All right, so when we had Ralph Klein. Things were awesome. I mean, we were in the money. We had a heritage fund that was built up. You put in an NDP government in for four years, and they fuck it all up. Sorry about that, but it's true. You can't deny facts.
That's right. And as with the climate change, I mean, I'm all for green power. But it's going to take a while.
Yes.
And it takes oil and gas to create these green power projects.
I mean, it's going to take a while. Like, they think, oh yeah, no, it's just the oil industry that's suffering, but it's not, because it trickles down.
Yeah.
I have my husband who works in trades. Those oil workers, they buy houses, they buy toys, they do this, they do that. The economy has just gone to pot because it just trickles down, and the government is so narrow-minded. Oh, yep, this is what we got to do. We got to have the green power. Yep. But they don't understand what the process is. I think it needs to be done tomorrow.
Trudeau's only motivating factor to continue on as prime minister because he wants his seat on the UN, the most useless organization in the entire planet, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, people can't afford electric cars either. Our price has got to come down.
Did you see that one? Did you see that one picture where they had an electric power station for vehicles that was powered by a diesel, by a diesel generator?
Wow.
Well. Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. Little Greta Thunberg was in Edmonton. Bless her little heart. Question: should we base our votes on a 16-year-old crybaby, or actually make an intellectual decision? And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one outcome that will do Albertans any good in this election: is a Conservative majority.
I don't know. It's tough. It really is tough, because right now, yeah, you're looking at it, and as an Albertan, this is our livelihood, and we are going to defend that livelihood. Same as if you went into Quebec and took all their maple syrup and said maple syrup was bad for the environment, they'd get upset about it. If you went into Saskatchewan and said wheat was bad, they would get upset about it. If you went to Sweden and destroyed the IKEA corporation, they'd be upset about it. Or Volvo, or you went to China and Japan and got rid of all electronics, they would be upset about it. I know we look like these non-climate caring hillbillies, but this is our livelihood. This is how this province functions. And furthermore, as a country, we pump a lot of dollars into this, and you can't just shut off the taps. You can't just say no more petroleum products. There's no siding on your house. There's no phone in your hand.
Yep.
There's no fresh vegetables coming up from Mexico and Southern California. Sorry, vegetarians and vegans, but if we don't have oil and gas, you're starving to death in a Canadian winter. That's the fucking reality of life.
Absolutely.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. I would love if we were all green and the CO2 emissions that we were putting into the atmosphere didn't exist.
1.2% of the global.
One day we will get there as a planet.
Yeah.
But it takes time. And it's not going to be in your lifetime, and it won't be in my lifetime.
That's right.
Now, as far as Greta's concerned, I saw a comparison somebody made, called her like, well, you know, Rosa Parks was just someone who was pissing people off. And I'm like, a little bit fucking different. Don't compare those two. That's apples and oranges.
It is.
But you know what? She's got people talking.
Absolutely.
Now, is that divisive? Is she creating a further wedge between the two people? Or are we going to have somebody who can come along and create a dialogue? Do we get like a Jimmy Carter out there who can actually fucking get some shit done?
Well, here's one thing is that already, as far as electoral platforms or campaign rules, the Liberals are already blown that out of the water. One of the rules is that you do not bring anybody from out of the country to support your platform.
I was just going to make that point, yeah.
Exactly. So we had Obama already in the mix, and now little Greta Thunberg.
What do
correct?
you mean?
It's part of the election. It's
rules.
a part of campaigning rules. You cannot bring somebody out of the country to support
they're
your
not
cause.
a Canadian
that
citizen.
appears to support your cause
Yep.
or your platform.
Oh.
It's against the rules. But fucking, what does that mean to Trudeau? Trudeau doesn't play by the rules.
No, he doesn't.
Ever. And he does his own thing.
I didn't know that.
I
That's
didn't
true.
know that either. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, but so did his father.
So is that why the
Yeah, his
American?
father.
So when Russia,
He's a champion for the West. Yeah.
so when Russia interfered in the U.S. politics, that's super bad, and they hate that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But when Obama gives Justin his blessing and tweets about that's good. So if Russia interferes in the U.S., that's bad. If U.S. interferes in Canada, that's good.
I think
No,
that
it's
was
bad.
just. I think.
Oh
that
no,
was
no,
just-
I'm being
No.
facetious.
Yeah.
No, no, it's,
Of course you are.
you had me going.
I know you had me going because you were
We're
kind of
saying
serious.
it's bad, not good.
Are you high?
You have to be. So the only way you can point out hypocrisy to these
But-
fucking liberal hypocrites.
Speaking of that, edibles are now
boy.
going to be on the market.
I don't like
They're now
edibles.
allowed.
Not until December though, because
You guys like edibles?
It went.
No.
Yes, I do. I love them.
I can't
damn.
do.
It gives me
can't-
dry mouth.
I can't do
I was
them.
like dying.
I
do-
like cannabis. I like smoking it. I can't do edibles. I
I
don't
do
know.
it. Do it at night. It gives you a nice body stone. You can go to sleep. And a person like me who suffers with extreme pain and chronic pain, that's the only way
Yeah, no
I can
doubt.
actually get a good night's sleep. So
I can't
Don't
do
you
it.
get,
I
don't you get
don't
really
know.
dry mouth from it?
I don't know. I'm sleeping.
I don't know when.
I'm sitting there like, I did like one quarter of one. It's like just do a quarter, start. Do it. And it was just like, so you do a quarter, you're sitting there. Nothing going on. Do another quarter.
Yeah, you gotta wait about an hour to hour and a half.
Nobody
before it
told me. I
hits.
didn't see
Yes.
that. I didn't see the
know
directions
either.
on the package.
I do know.
Yeah, see,
And then it's just like.
And then it's like, then I'm just like, screw this, take the whole one. And all of a sudden, fucking, I'm like, fuck.
That's why I don't.
I didn't
like,
even know
that's
what
why I don't
planet I
like
was on.
edibles.
No.
That's why I don't. When's it hitting? How hard is it gonna hit? You smoke it, or you get like a vaporizer,
Yeah.
and you smoke it.
Yeah. You're
you
in
know what you're
control.
getting. You know what you're getting. You know how.
That's going to be a,
That's
no,
why
actually,
that's why I stick to beer.
It's
I
gonna be a-
hate
know.
being out of
I know what I'm
control.
getting with beer. I know when. I can.
that's why I'm reduced to beer because I know how I'm going to, how many it
Edibles-
takes to be whatever. I know how I'm going to feel at the end of the day. I know what I'm going
Edibles
to wake
for
up
me
to.
or whiskey for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Not good. Anyway, that's something that actually Lee will bring up at a next show. Lee can't be here today because he's on a flight to somewhere. He's the busiest guy I know.
I'm pretty sure he's
flies everywhere.
going to Vancouver to
Granville?
be with Judy Wilson-Raybould
Yeah.
at the campaign headquarters.
And if I
Absolutely.
can interrupt, I
Sure.
just saw on the news this morning, she is right above the Liberals. Like, she could pull this off, because Lee said it's a tight battle.
Yeah.
They're really throwing a lot of shit at her.
Yeah.
Polls state that she could fucking do it. I hope she does.
While we're
So do
talking
I.
about her, can I
That'd be
bring
so
something
cool.
up?
Absolutely.
I was online the other day and I saw, like a meme, a diatribe, if you will, of someone saying, if you call yourself an ally of the LGBTQ community while simultaneously voting for a political party that is trying to squash them and keep them down and everything like that, then you're not an ally. I thought that very strange that as a conservative like myself and as a supporter and, non-hater of the LGBTQ community, why I can't be both. Why I can't agree with 90% of a party's platform and dislike 10%, but that 90% I agree with is more than the other percent. So I started thinking about some other things. It's like, oh, okay, well, if those rules actually did apply, if you voted Liberal by those standards, that's standards I don't subscribe to, but if you do, I want to tell you this. If you vote Liberal, you're voting for a guy who molested a woman in Nelson, BC in the 1980s.
My hometown.
Kent Hare, I believe he has been accused of multiple sexual assault allegations.
Right.
So does that mean you can't be a feminist and you support rape culture and you're okay with all that if you vote Liberal? Of course not. Because there is a difference between, you don't have to go 100% and 0%. You don't have to deal in absolutes, people. Only 6 deal in absolutes.
But that's a good point. But the whole thing is, and now that's kind of like if you call it a diatribe, is that they're doing, certain people are doing the exact things that they hate being done to them. As that means telling you how to think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I totally agree. I mean, yes, I'm not a big fan of Scheer himself, but I love the party.
Yeah.
I know what the party stands for.
Yeah.
So who am I going to vote for? Of course I'm going to vote for the party, not the person.
Yeah.
Right.
Good point.
Yes.
When it comes to, the absolutes, I mean, there is nothing absolute unless, death is absolute. That's about pretty much everything.
I would vote Liberal if Jean Chrétien was back in there. Maybe.
Yeah. Well.
Depending, you don't have to deal in these, I'm blue, I'm red.
Yeah.
You don't have
There
to
is no
fucking
absolutes
deal with
in
that.
life.
I don't know.
I've always considered myself a moderate.
Yeah.
I feel, because I'm in Alberta, I'm voting Conservative, but I'm more socially liberal. So,
Yeah, I'm kind of the same.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, what I agree with is like I said before, not to repeat myself, but I will, is fiscal responsibility. Get us out of debt, get us into the black, and that's the only party that's going to do it. The rest of them, even if they do a coalition government, which Trudeau's never spoken of it, but the specter of it's there, would just drive Canada into the biggest debt ever, and it would be not good. A coalition Liberal NDP government.
So here's something I heard. I don't understand it totally. If the Liberals, and I heard this through a good source, if they get a minority government, within the first 3 months they will take Trudeau out of power, and they have the right to do that and put someone else in place. What does that say to their party?
What does that say about
because they don't believe in their own leadership.
No, what does that say about Canadian politics as a whole?
Yeah.
Well, I'm voting, seriously. Okay, I'm not going to say who I'm voting for, so I'll use somebody that you obviously know who I won't vote for. I vote in the Green Party, and then 3 weeks after the Green Party gets elected, they replace their leader with some sort of fascist dictator, neo-Nazi, and he's just like, fooled ya. How can you fucking do that?
Yeah, well,
We're allowed to.
That's jacked. I don't like that at all.
and his name's Dan Padbury.
No.
He has the laugh down, but that's about it.
I have no laugh. I fucking hate fascists. Italians, Germans.
Hey!
Italians invented fascism.
My kids are Italian.
Little fascists.
I'm German. I'm German.
They also
There's
have-
another fascist. Fascists. Unbelievable.
she's giving you the fuck you dance.
I'll give you this dance. That means 2-0 against fascists.
Hey, anyway, this week we had actually women made history. So NASA had the first all-female spacewalk, right? So this is kind of how that flew. Yeah, this is kind of how it went. Houston, we have a problem.
Wow,
what's your problem?
what is it?
What's your problem?
Nothing.
What is
No, what's your problem?
No, I'm fine, really.
Oh my! Hush yourself!
It's all right, I'm fine.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the tone right. It's more like nothing.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Kiss of death to men in relationships. The kiss of death. When she says she's fine, she's not fine.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's funny. You guys throw up the hand and say whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be sleeping on the couch using my hand, just in a different way.
Well,
Whatever works.
They've manufactured a new spacesuit too because they're actually going to put a woman on the moon in the next few years.
Just put all of them on the moon.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
there's a Sinatra song in there.
It's
We'd make it pretty.
Fly me to the moon, let me nag among the stars. This thing hasn't been vacuumed since we were on Mars.
You
you
know
get
what?
a woman on the moon.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God,
Thank you.
Vegas will get done.
Exactly. And it'll be a better planet.
Yep.
It'll become the planet, you guys will become the moon, so go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Bye.
I wonder how.
And by the way, there are simple answers to simple questions that men should never do. Like, first of all, if a woman walks in the room and goes, "Hey, honey, what's on TV?" and you reply, "Dust." Hey, that's not good. That will fry your ass right there, and then you'll get, "I'm fine, nothing really," you know, and that'll be it. Stomp, 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 right? You know.
I'm not like that.
I didn't say you were. I'm generalizing.
This is quickly.
Meanwhile,
half-assed Dr. Phil episode.
meanwhile, digging myself into a grave here. But
No.
Flames found their game on Thursday night.
Yes.
Sure did.
And we went.
You were at the game.
Yeah.
We were at the game.
Yes.
Yeah, we got free tickets. It was
I
awesome.
do have a question, Tony. You were at the game, Kaz. You were at the
Yeah.
game, right? How were the fans?
Brilliant.
The fans are brilliant.
They were brilliant, and they really got behind Luch.
Well, where were you
Oh, I
guys?
just
Where
want
were
to
you
talk
guys?
about
Where were you guys sitting?
We're sitting right on the.
113 row 10.
Yeah,
we
so
were all
we're-
there
Yeah,
exactly.
lower bowl, 10 rows up.
Yeah.
Dave, go up into the fucking bleeds with all the fucking Terry and Dennises of the
But if
world.
you're going up, you got to expect that.
You gotta expect that the poor people of Calgary are just raging cunts.
Ooh, that's a
Poor
very
people
classic
of
case of
any
fucking danger word.
city.
Exactly.
The Queen City is not like that.
What's the Queen City?
Regina. The city that rhymes with fun.
I know. Wait. That was good.
The women got it right away. Tommy.
The one player that really stood out to I don't know, agree with Kaz, was Lucic.
Totally.
The guy is a freaking ogre. You know, he's just like, and he's like a great white. He's just skating around, he's taking his time, whatever, you know, and players from opposite teams are visibly afraid of this guy.
He's intelligent. He's intelligent. He can read plays before they happen.
Oh,
I was watching him closely, and that assist was amazing.
Oh, it was,
right in front of us.
Yeah, and it was like, and skating around the net. Dave, you saw that where he came around the net. Goaltender was behind the net. The goaltender's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And the
Well,
crowd.
actually, one of the
It was awesome.
One of the wings had the puck behind the net. They saw him coming. They backed off. He
Yeah.
backed off.
Yeah.
So he grabbed the puck, threw it up front, goal.
He's
There you
so
go, yeah.
intelligent, and the crowd. I mean,
But he's just
all around the arena.
He's not a fast skater. Yeah. The crowd's getting
Every
behind
time
him.
he got the puck. It's
Yeah, I'm a
beautiful.
big fan.
I am too.
Dan,
What's up?
you had thoughts on Lucic?
Nah.
No, okay, good.
Well, you're a Canucks fan.
I'm a Canucks fan. I don't like him. He's from Vancouver. He's from the area. He played for the Vancouver Giants in junior hockey, and then he won the cup against Vancouver when he was with Boston. And he trashed the city. Said he hated the city, never wanted to play there. And for the past couple of years, all he's bitched about is how much he wants to play in Vancouver now. And fuck him. He's not worth the money that he's getting paid, and he's big time Italian.
Oh, but he is. Anyhow, let's talk about our Calvary.
Yeah.
It's game day today.
Yeah. And we have to win the full championship.
But the finals are already set. We know when
Yeah.
we're playing. We know who we're playing.
Yeah.
George?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Them stinky Hamilton people.
But it's El Clasico today. We're playing the Eddies.
Playing Edmonton people.
That's weird.
And we all know how I feel about the Edmonton people.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, reiterate.
No, I don't need to reiterate.
Come on, I want to hear.
Come on. Yeah, she hasn't heard it.
What the fuck is with how you people design your roads?
Well, I think they use the Calgary engineers.
And then they turn it on its side. Oh, let's put downtown in a corner, and then we'll make it really easy to go east-west and impossible to go north-south. And just because every other city in the world is the exact opposite with the downtown and the center, you know, like intelligent fucking people. I don't know. I'd like to meet the guy who came across Canada, and they're like discovering Canada, and they're like, oh man, it's really cold and fucking shitty up here. You guys just want to set up camp? And the Edmonton people are like, oh, sounds good. I mean, the railroad is way down south in Calgary, but yeah, it seems good. I mean, it's really fucking boggy. What is all this tar? What is this? What is this? I bet you we can make money off of this. For one redeeming quality. That and Warren Moon.
Jeez.
Well, Warren Moon's sweet.
So
Hey,
not a Gretzky fan or anything like that? I wasn't born then.
Yeah. To be honest, I was born in '88, so I missed when I grew up. Gretzky was a king and a ranger.
We went to four Stanley Cup parties on Jasper Ave.
Yeah.
Drunk as fuck. Actually, I only have one word for Gretzky. The person that made Gretzky in the beginning is one person named Dave Semenko.
Yes.
Cementhead.
Yep. He was just like a human block,
He
and
was?
that basically he was like Lucic, like didn't need skills. All he needed to do was be able to throw down. The guy was a house on the ice. It's like being
That was when hockey was great.
exactly. It's like
I
being
find
mauled by a
hockey
moose. You
boring.
can see it coming.
Yeah, but believe me, Tony, that is a skill.
Oh, totally.
What, being mauled by
I
a
got
moose?
a story time.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Fucking
You know, it is hunting season. All you have to do is go out and whack a couple trees, and you'll get one mowing you right now.
I got a story time.
Okay.
So me and a couple buddies, this is years ago, we're like in our early 20s, we're at a Flames game.
Snort.
We're outside and we're having a smoke, and we're talking about this after party we're gonna go to.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be girls there and everything like that. It's gonna be great. And this
And the
guy,
girls thought that was just so sexy.
And
I've yet to tell you a funny story about what's
this
sexy.
guy comes out of nowhere. Because we're talking about this after party and everything like that. And he comes in and he goes, after parties, after games. It reminds me of this one time I ended up in a hot tub with Dave Semenko. And that's how he opens up his conversation. He's like, right next to me. I'm like, put the smoke out. I'm like, all right, sir, you have my full attention. Fucking lay it on me. What is this story of you and Dave Semenko in a hot tub? And he goes, I was a bartender. He was a hockey player, you know. And I'm like, no, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Elaborate.
And he goes, he goes,
Expand.
He's like, classic story. And then he just turns and leaves. And I've never seen him again in my entire life. It was the most and then instant letdown. So if anybody out there knows this guy or knows Dave Semenko, I've been waiting a solid decade for closure on this hot tub story. And I've never gotten it.
Well, you know. It was the 80s.
He was a bartender.
Woo!
I was a hockey player. You know, that old chestnut.
Oh! Oh my God, that's a good one.
So that was the best story I never heard.
Hey, that's gonna be a topic for the next show. The best story you never heard.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
You never heard or you
Yeah.
ever
You
heard?
never heard. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie, what you got?
Got any gigs coming up?
No!
But you had rehearsal.
I had rehearsal.
Ah,
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then that was it.
Good.
We had a half a rehearsal. Guitar player came in sick. I'm all stuffy, and we're done.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Awesome.
Good.
That's good.
But hopefully we'll get some gigs soon. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
like the rest of the band is all in for it. We wanna play. We got about.
You mean in Calgary?
I don't care where we play.
I'm just going, how is
What's
that
the name?
possible?
What's the
I
name
just-
again?
It's impossible to get arrested
Shirley
in this
Rocker.
town.
Shirley Rocker, and you
Yeah.
guys, you can be found on Facebook and everything like that.
No, not yet. No.
Working on
It
it.
will happen. It will
Working
happen
on it.
soon. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Canmore.
Well, there's a whole bunch of places.
There's Banff,
But I
there's
mean, we're a bunch of
Airdrie.
old,
Cochrane,
we're a bunch
Fairleigh?
of old farts
Yeah,
that just want to do
Cochrane's
it
got a
once
good
in a
route.
while, right? So if you want to, hire a couple, a bunch of old farts that like, classic rock
No.
and a little bit of
Did you not watch
awesome rock.
yourself on the last episode? I cut in that show from
Sure.
down here.
Yes.
You guys aren't old. Come on.
Tony's
big.
old.
Yeah,
And
look at the
they
guys in the
don't-
wheelchair.
They don't look old. For God's sake.
I was gonna say.
Hey, I'm gonna sing some
wait a
AC/DC
minute.
now.
I'm
Am I
only a
facing the
couple
right way?
years younger than Tony.
If you got the music in you, dude, you
That's all that
know,
matters, that's
they're
all that
going
matters.
to their 70s.
Yes.
Almost 80s now with the Stones, for fuck's sake.
Tony's old. He should have been out of the game years ago, but he can't stay home because he thinks
You know
he's
what?
me
You know
all
what?
night
Back
long.
in the day, he would have been.
rock
Because the young youth
all
was
night
coming up
long.
and taking them out. That's not happening these days.
You're the only one that got that.
Look at fucking Silly Rabbit still around. Who's coming up to kick these bands out?
Are you calling the members of Silly Rabbit old?
Well, they are.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy.
Ryan, Al, Brad.
Well, they're
The
older.
guy behind the camera.
They're older than the younger guys.
Yeah, but that's not the point is that the younger guys would be there if the gigs were there. So tell me
Exactly.
something. Fucking Calgary, fucking your bars fucking suck because you don't fucking hire
Why do they
new
suck?
bands because
Why do they suck?
Because they hire the same fucking six
Because-
bands and
because-
rotate the same six fucking bands, and the same six bands are the same members of the same fucking two
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
three bands.
Oh,
Because
Like they're like it's a bastardized fucking conglomeration of shit,
this-
you know, and they play the same set list.
that is a problem.
A problem? It's like a problem. No,
No,
a problem is that it's all fucking boxed and sold, and fucking people know who, you know, they're gonna get for the next 6 months, and that's because the bar people who book the bars are too lazy to actually look at any kind of fucking information brought to them. Listen, I'm not gonna mention the bar's name, but I got a
we know who
response
it is.
back from a certain bar in Calgary that hires the same fucking six bands all the time, and they said, well, you know, you can play on a Thursday night and get a part of the bar.
Oh, I know exactly what bar that is.
Or
You ever been to King's Head?
we don't hire tribute bands except for when we put on a charity event, which means you don't get paid anyway. But if you're interested in that, you know, let's get in touch. I was like, fuck off. Fuck
You
you.
want to play music?
Hey, I'm going, what's wrong with a fucking packed place and fucking and
Exactly.
selling fucking alcohol?
For the record, King
Oh.
said, I love you. I didn't say fuck you. I think you're
I did
great.
not
Johnny Blackout has played there multiple weekends. We do great. Don't lump me in with this Martian.
I did not mention the club's name. I did not.
To be honest with you, it was quite funny because we
You know,
did.
there's another club attached to the fucking Deerfoot Casino too.
We- we
don't.
had-
I'm not picking on the King's Head.
We had a lead guitarist that tried out for the band, and he was like, "Yeah, I was looking at your set list, and wow, it's stuff that we really normally don't hear in the bar."
Right.
Really? Yes, that's exactly it. Well, you should be playing this, because this is what people in the bar. No, they know it constantly.
Yeah, it's
Who
because
wants to play the fucking same shit
If I have to sing Sweet Child
as
of Mine,
every other
One more
band? So if you want a fucking band that rocks out and plays different shit,
Yeah.
There you go.
Nobody wants to hear her sing Jesse's Girl. Okay.
oh hell no.
It's a
I
fucking
don't want to hear myself sing that
fucking
shit.
hellish song that shouldn't. Like it had its time, but every fucking single, it's on every single fucking set list. Jesse's Girl.
you know what else the
I
problem
was
is?
like fucking sick.
DJs.
Like you said.
DJs are ruining everything.
No, they're not.
He's getting a whole lot of
DJs DJ Kaz did my wedding.
Listen.
Such an amazing job.
Listen.
It was such a great night. I love her. I gave her such a big hug.
Did I?
My wife said it was the best night of
It's
her
way cheaper than a band.
life.
Yeah.
I call bullshit on that one.
He knew he was going to try. But okay, one
Hold
more
on a minute.
point.
Hold on a minute, because I got a little funny that I found today.
Oh,
Oh,
funny.
shit. These are always hell.
Well, I was doing a little research and I didn't know how this was going to go, knowing that we were going to talk a lot about politics, so I wanted to inject a little bit of fun. So, as you probably all know, Tony and I lived in the Cayman Islands for 13 years and we went through a terrible hurricane in 2004.
Sheer purgatory.
And it was a Cat 5 and
Wiped us off.
we'll
the map.
talk. Well, yeah, we'll talk about
That's
that
another
another
story,
time
yeah,
maybe.
for
So
another
I look at the
Question.
hurricane year,
When you say Cat 5, is that like a
200 plus
200 plus cats?
miles per hour.
Oh,
Winds.
I thought you measured it by like how many cats go by your house.
I'm sure there's a few
It's not
of those
the
going by.
Wizard of
the-
Oz.
It's kind of what I caught what you were saying, and I'm like, holy shit.
Category 5.
It's raining cans and dogs, and they're flying all over the place.
Winds,
200
sustained winds, sustained winds of 200 miles or more.
I digress. So
He digressed.
He just went off the fucking map.
yeah, cool.
Digressive biscuit.
Dan the prairie dog man, and I always keep an eye on the hurricane season. Ends on the 30th of November because we've got lots of friends in Florida and the Cayman Islands. So this morning I was on NOAA and I saw there was a little subtropical storm that had formed off the east coast of the US. And I looked at a few pictures of it on NOAA. This is what we got.
Oh,
Oh my.
atypical. That's just going to ruin everything.
This is what we got that has formed off the east coast of the US. All I can say is that I hope it comes in hard and
It'll be
fast
big swelling.
and pulls out really quickly.
Now, for those in the north,
So is that called Hurricane Dick?
can
Alright.
you, for
Hurricane
those in
Richard.
the north,
Richard.
can you
Yeah.
flip it
It's
around?
Hurricane Richard.
No, right around. There you go. Now they can see what you're talking about.
That is subtropical storm Melissa.
Richard.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said Dick.
It's a big dick of a storm.
Yeah.
So there you
Purple
go.
balls.
I
Watch
just-
out, people.
I just thought that was kind of funny.
It went
Made
over-
me-
it went
By the way,
over
going back
blue,
going
it's
back to
purple
bands
now.
again,
Gonna shoot
I'm going
a
to
lot.
shamelessly plug Dirty Deeds DDC. We are playing at the Century Casino in Edmonton because they know what talent is.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm just saying that.
I think it's $25
I think we're
a
okay.
ticket, isn't
Yeah,
it? Or
it's $29.95.
$29.95.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good night. It's going to be 2 hours worth of AC/DC, which is,
Most fun you can have with your clothes on.
it's the most fun you can have your clothes on, and it just makes people want to get naked and drink.
Yeah.
It's
So
match
it's
day, and I'm dry.
Get some
Oh,
lube.
hell. There's one more thing I want to say. I wasn't here last Sunday. I wasn't here last weekend. I was doing a little trip into Toronto.
A little.
No, I didn't do that kind of trip. A few others did though. And I missed last week's show and I watched it during the week and I had tears in my eyes. You inspire me, kiddo.
Sure.
You inspire me. I've
Thank you.
got another friend who is battling cancer as well, and he has the kind of positive attitude that you have too. And I think that is it's huge when you're battling something like that.
Well, one thing like I didn't get to mention, I get the, oh, you're my inspiration, blah blah blah, and there's nothing against that, and I love it. I love hearing that. But then I think to myself, oh, I'm an inspiration because I was sick. What the fuck did I do with
No,
my
it's
life
your
before?
attitude.
It is my attitude, but and a lot of people say, oh, I couldn't do what you do. Until you're faced with it,
Yeah.
damn straight you can.
Yeah.
You don't know how strong you are until
You get hit.
you get hit right slap damn in the face, and
Yeah.
they tell you gotta do this or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, thank you for saying that I'm an inspiration, but it's a thing that you just gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Because I've had a lot of friends that just said, you know what, that's it. And that was it.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah.
So there was no choice.
Yeah.
There is no choice.
Right.
Be happy, live your life as best as you can.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for saying that. I'm an inspiration.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Your positive attitude is great, and I think getting the message out can save a life.
And well, now that was important to me. Like even throughout my journey, I posted absolutely everything I possibly could on Facebook. Whatever happened to me, I posted it. And if I saved one life,
Yeah.
that's all that matters
worth
to me.
it.
Yeah.
I was okay to die then if I saved somebody.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, just keep on going. Like I have a girlfriend right now. She was diagnosed with lung and brain cancer, stage 4. They gave her 6 months to live. She's going on almost a year and a half now.
That's a good story.
And this woman, she's an inspiration because she is living her life to the fullest now. Like she is doing absolutely everything on her bucket list, and kudos to her. She sold absolutely everything just to go sit with family.
Yep.
Sweet.
She went across Canada, and she's still doing it, and I love her to bits for it, and that's what's keeping her alive. And I told her, I said, even though they said, you know, you're going to die at this time, they don't know who the hell you are, so just keep going.
That's like our friend. He's in Vietnam right now, and just having
He's doing bucket list things.
Oh.
And I just want to say the last show, because you weren't here, I know, because you were in Toronto ripping up Toronto.
Oh, the Royal York
When we
Hotel.
went to break, we put your one of your songs on.
Right?
You had just talked about fighting for your life, going through this traumatic time, this like just unbelievable.
Yep.
And then to see you on stage,
Yep.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
No one would have known.
Yeah.
Well, and
You're living your life.
well, and that's important to me. I mean, like I suffer, like I said, from fibromyalgia and Arnold-Chiari, which I was born with. I'm in pain every single day of my life. Now, it depends. Is it going to be an okay pain that I can handle, or is it going to be like a no, fuck you, you ain't doing shit today kind of pain? So I try to make it, and I try to hide it from everybody else. When I'm at home, different story.
Yeah.
I'm behind the scenes.
Your
But when-
husband, Tim, must be a beautiful person.
He is an amazing man. He is. He's put up with a lot of my shit, and it's awesome.
I wonder how interesting the world would be if you could actually put on like a bodysuit or something like that. And it's just like, I wonder what that feels like. And you could put on a suit with sensors or something like that.
To
And-
feel somebody else's pain, what
Yeah.
they're going through. Yeah. You know, that's always been my dream.
I'm like
kid you
fibromyalgia.
not.
I'm like, what the hell is that? You're sore, you're achy. Like, take a Tylenol and get your ass to work. But, well, obviously, you know, I don't think that. Like, you know, there's people out there who have to think that. I mean, there's dicks out there, and I'm one of them. But you want to feel, you want to know, you want to know.
Absolutely.
When people say, "Oh, I'm so depressed, I can't get out of bed," you're just like, "Oh, we all get a little sad sometimes. Get your ass to work." But you don't know.
No.
You don't know the physical tolls that kind of
And the
shit.
mental tolls,
And the
which
mental
we
tolls,
will
that kind of
talk
shit.
about.
That
like
can-
I've told him many a times. I said, I wish I had the power where I could just, you know, grab a hold of somebody and go,
And-
"This is what I'm feeling."
Yeah.
You can have it for 5 minutes, or you can have it for a day.
Yeah.
You decide.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that would make, well,
Yeah.
my life
Better
pretty good.
understanding for all.
I
this
wouldn't
stuff.
wish it on my worst enemy,
Of course not.
but people who love me, I want them to understand what is
Understand.
exactly
Yeah.
what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, you're becoming a regular now, so that's awesome.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was awesome.
It's always good to be regular.
Yeah, that's right. So this has been Tony Tattoo, Dan the Rant Man. We've got Stephanie, Kaz, DJ Kaz. We'll be here
The
next week.
Smarter.
We're gonna try and pull our fried chicken cook-off.
All right,
last
yeah.
week.
That's why I came this weekend. I wanted some
Yeah,
chicken.
well,
Dang.
we had a soccer game in our way, so
Yeah.
Go
yeah, this
Cavs.
one.
Go Cavs!
And join us for the conversation on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram. This is Tony Tattoo. Keep it between the dishes, people. Do something nice for somebody.
And
not
vote.
not expecting any kind of result or any kind of return favor. And get out and vote. We're out.